Hello YouTube, it's been a while, has it not? Welcome to the second episode in what was supposed to be a weekly series, and I think it's been about a month since the first one. But nonetheless, this is the second one, which means that AMUS is officially a series. So, welcome to Ask Me Utter Shit, or AMUS for short. So, once again, I set forth and asked people to send in questions, and once more, they have done so. Admittedly, there were quite a few left over from last time too, so let's get to them. First question that I was sent is from Yssdrael, and it's, what would be the most useless / frustrating question that someone could ask you? I'll be honest, that's fairly close. I don't know, really. Useless kind of implies a question that has no purpose whatsoever. So, any question that's specifically designed to annoy me would be ineligible. So it would have to be a question that just bored the shit out of me. Not even intentionally bored the shit out of me, not bored the shit out of me for any real reason, just a question so dumb and so silly that it just doesn't really have any bearing. Jether asks, can cows fly? I believe my point has just been made. Curio would like to know, what is it like to live in the UK? And to be honest, I don't really have much of a frame of reference for what it's like to live outside of the UK. But, well, you know, that's a fairly standard question, I suppose. I don't really know. Because I don't really know what it's like to live outside of the UK. I don't have any frame of reference or anything to really compare it to. I've lived in the south of England, and I've lived in the north of England, and for the most part, they're remarkably similar. I mean, the roads are slightly wider in the north of England, and there's less people that are interesting. That's about it. But as for living outside the UK, I don't have a frame of reference, so I could not tell you. I'm sorry. Wedgehog would like to ask, what game has been so terrible that it has nearly induced a brain hemorrhage? Oh. I mean, I played Modern Warfare 2 for a while. I guess that would probably qualify. But in all seriousness, I don't know, really. I mean, there have been a few crappy games. I mean, I guess I used to get hold of a lot of, like, demo discs and freeware games, so there are probably quite a few there, but none of them really stand out to me because they were that terrible. Oh, man. Oh, I know. There were, a while back, a bunch of these games that were, like, hex-based and based around, like, either American Civil War stuff, or World War II, or World War I, or, you know, just these really boring periods of history where many, many people died, and so they were somehow exciting to psychopaths and sociopaths and the people who are interested in that sort of thing. And I guess those were, like, terrible enough to make me lose. Oh, I know! Shadowrun 4th edition. It's a terrible, terrible mess. Seriously, don't even touch that thing. Like, you think D&D 4th is bad. Shadowrun 4th, terrible. I know it's not a video game, but details. You didn't specify video game, Wedge. Come to think of it, Bod made us do this thing in Fallout that was... Actually, I probably shouldn't say that. He might get angry at me. Hermit would like to ask, have there been any games you've bought and never played, and why? I mean, yes, there have been games that I've bought and never played, and, well, the reason is largely because of Steam sales, both why I've bought them and why I've never played them. There's just so many games out there that, like, ended up being, like, 77 pence on a rainy Tuesday, and, like, well, you generally buy those games and never really play them. Just let me look it up for a sec. Opening up Steam now. Okay, there's Arma 2, which I never really played. I only played the Days mod, and quite frankly that came with like a standalone, so it's never been played through Steam. I'm not sure it really counts, though, because I did kind of play Arma, because I had to play Days through Arma. What else we got? Oh, another one that I never got around to playing, and I really, really need to at some point. I'm probably going to do it for the channel, actually, is Ori and the Blind Forest. I've never played that one. I've never played that one for one very good reason. I know how it begins. I don't want to know how it ends, because these games never end well, and even with the trailer there were tears. There were tears. Manly tears. I mean, there are probably a few others hidden away in my list somewhere that I've just never played, but I don't really have the interest in finding them, so yeah. It's the Steam sales. Like, these games just pop up really cheap, and you think, oh yeah, I'll buy that, and then I'll save it for a rainy day, and then when the rainy day comes, you're bored out of your mind, and you can't think of anything to do, because you don't remember the games you bought. That's how it works. And it really doesn't help that I have, like, too many games on Steam already. Because if I'm bored, I'll just go play something I played before. Like, I'll go play Mount and Blade. Because with all of the mods available for Mount and Blade, you can be riding a cow with a 50 cal sniper rifle shooting zombies, and it's perfectly okay. That was a fun mod, by the way. Fairly sure I wasn't supposed to be riding the cow, or firing the sniper rifle from horseback. But, you know, details. Details. Just time for another one, I think. FatCat, how's that Brexit working out for you? Fairly well, truth be told. I mean, the currency may have gone down, but the Steam sales are still the same price, so I'm happy. I think that's where we're probably going to have to call it, because otherwise this video is going to be like 20 minutes long and never upload to YouTube, and pain and suffering and misery, and you get the idea. So, that'll do, I guess. If you have any questions or comments or stuff in general, and you don't feel like posting on YouTube because, you know, why would you? Not like I like seeing comments or anything, then send me a message over Steam, Skype, Discord, whatever, and let me know for next time. This is going to be a weekly thing. As I said in my admittedly slightly depressing Roaming Around PlanetSide 2 video, there are now going to be 3 videos a week. And these are going to be thus. Sunday will always be AMUS, because, well, these videos are kind of easy to make. I'll admit, it's basically just that. Thursdays are going to be delving into the wonderful world of In Verbis Virtis, which I'm going to be having a special guest joining me soon, hopefully, to assist me in this, because, well, you know, might as well. And Tuesdays are likely to continue to be the Pentakill series, unless I can think of anything interesting to do instead, because, to be honest, the Pentakill series is something that I loathe right now. The engineer can fuck off. The engineer can still fuck off. I don't give a shit. It's just like, I don't think I'm ever going to get the engineer. And I'm okay with this. I have accepted this. It took me several weeks, but I have accepted this, and I am ready to move on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The buttons should be on your screen right now, and, you know, I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Oh god, there's a tooth in my eye now. You're a